Hello everybody, this is Jyotirmayi Pula. I work as a software architect in an MNC in Bangalore, and I am recording these videos for young students, both high school as well as junior college kids, on various topics which are not covered as part of academics, and I feel that these are some of the essential topics that needs to be taught to younger kids. I really believe that some things should be learned when you are young and should be followed throughout your life. It cannot be taught when to an adult who has already seen life, who has already made his or her opinions based on their situations and experiences. There are some things when followed from a younger age that people will actually consciously work on it throughout their age, throughout their life, and it benefits them. So these are some such topics that I was planning on recording. So today let's talk about mindfulness. Now, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness, if you Google or if you search on YouTube, you will find lots of videos, you will find lots of articles which talk about yoga, which talk about meditation, which talk about practicing, which talk about going with the nature, etc., etc. Let me share what I really feel about mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being aware of your thoughts, what you're thinking, how you're thinking, what is happening in and around you, be it at home, be it at school, be it at college, be within your friends or your extended families, anything and everything. What is happening around you in the country, what is happening around you in your city, in your town, in your village. It's about what is happening inside your body. When you get anger, for example, what's happening inside your body? Do you breathe hard? Do you breathe faster? When you are actually very calm, what is happening inside your body? Do you find some kind of rhythmic breathing or rhythmic with palpitations? When you are sad, do you cry? And even if there are no tears in your eyes when you are sad, what is happening in your body? It's about understanding within your body, outside your body, and being aware of your thoughts. For example, most of you are actually now digital savvy. How many of you watch different kinds of videos on YouTube, on Insta, on Snapchat, and anywhere else and everywhere else? The kind of knowledge that you are getting nowadays and the kind of awareness you are getting, both positive and negative, how is it affecting you? How is it affecting your thought process? If you continuously watch, say, political news, do you have opinions about different political parties? Do you have opinions about politics? Do you have negative opinions of what is happening in the country? Do you have positive opinions? And how are you reacting to it? Let's talk about a difficult topic. You keep watching rape, news on rape, how rape was done on particular females in different countries, in your own city, how brutally she was raped, what happened to her after the rape, etc., etc. You continuously watch news about this topic in various news channels on TV and your forwards, your WhatsApps, your Facebook posts everywhere about a rape which happened just in your city on that moment. What happens in your own mind? What do you think about it? How are you reacting to it? What are you doing about it? Are you having negative thoughts that most men are brutal? Are you having thoughts about the women actually should wear full clothes, or they shouldn't wear a burqa, they should wear something, they should not wear short clothes, etc., etc., etc. So being aware of your situations, of your thoughts, of your body sensations, and your surrounding environment, and trying to connect everything and move towards hope, move towards bliss, moving towards love, moving towards healing, moving towards peace, moving towards joy, gratitude, faith, and having kindness and accepting things as is, and forgiving people or forgiving yourself or forgiving situations which are not in line with what your thought process is. That is called mindfulness. Mindfulness is not about doing yoga or meditation for hours together sitting down in a place. Mindfulness is about practicing being aware or awareness of your thoughts, feelings, etc. towards gratitude, bliss, love, healing, and getting a purpose towards attention, towards kindness, towards acceptance and forgiveness on a daily basis in every moment of your life is mindfulness. So please do not be in a wrong conception that mindfulness is only about it. It's beyond yoga and meditation. It is beyond reading a book. It is beyond reading a news channel. It's beyond talking to your friends and just happily enjoying with them. So in and around 360 degrees development of a well-being of a human is called mindfulness. So you need to be mindful about the nature around you. You should be mindful about the environment. You should be mindful about climate. You should be mindful about how you are accepting things around you and what you're doing about it. When you're doing something about it, is it negative or positive? Is it negative to somebody else and positive to you, or is it positive to you as well as to others? When you are in a positive situation, or when you are in a win-win situation, that is when you are really have full mindfulness, or you have complete mindfulness. So if it is affecting negatively somewhere to someone but is positive to you, then it's not mindfulness. Mindfulness is about a total gratitude, a total bliss, a total kindness, a total acceptance, and a total forgiveness. So this happens only when everything and anything around you, because of you, within you, is always bliss, love, joy, hope, and gratitude. So please understand this. Let's go ahead. Now, let's talk about the 4 qualities of mindfulness. Now, the 4 qualities, major qualities of mindfulness is presence, awareness, kindness, and relaxation. What is presence? It's presence of mind, presence of how attentive you are, for example, in your class when your teacher is teaching you on any academic subject, or how attentive you are when your mom is telling you something, or your father is actually explaining you something or asking you to do something. That's attentiveness. Let's talk about a different aspect of attentiveness. When your friend is sitting and talking to you about something that happened in her family or his family, and they're telling you what happened on the way to school, for example, somebody teased them, somebody bullied them. How attentive are you really listening to him? Are you empathetic? Are you really understanding what the other person is going through? Without getting distracted with your own troubles, with your own problems, with your own things. That's attentiveness. That is not getting distracted. How much focused are you when you're reading, say, for example, a particular lesson in a particular chapter, in a particular, what do you call a subject in your class? How focused are you? How many times do you really have to read the same topic for you to understand it? The more you are reading a topic again and again and again to understand it, which means you are distracted, which means you're not attentive, which means you're not focused. When your focus is not there on any particular aspect of life, it's not just about studies, any aspect in your life, that will not give you mindfulness, because when you're not attentive and you're not focused, your brain does not register what is happening. what the topic in the subject is, what your friend is telling you, what your father is going through, what your teacher is trying to explain, what your friend is going through when he was bullied. You will never understand any such things. You will probably just say, okay, it's like an information gets into your brain. He was bullied. My teacher taught this particular lesson. I read this topic 10 times. That's all. There is no value to it. The value comes when it gets registered in your brain. So the presence of mind is an extremely important quality for mindfulness. This needs to be practiced on a daily basis, on a moment by moment basis. Everything in your life, you should have presence of life. Even when you are extremely happy and you're enjoying your life, you're partying with your friends, be present with it. Live in that moment. Understand that moment, live in that moment, enjoy that moment. Now, the next quality of mindfulness is awareness. Awareness again is about clarity of mind. Awareness is about noticing things, observing things, understanding it, and checking whether you have really understood it in the right manner. Now, let's pick up an example. When your thoughts are very vague, okay, I come from a particular religion and a particular caste in India. I have lived in many places, but I actually belong to a very, very orthodox family from a particular religion. When I see a different religion person following a different custom, following a different type of methodologies of prayers or eating or kind of following a different norms and particular things, am I really aware that it's just another religion? Am I really aware that he is following what he's been taught? None of us are born with a religion. If you really believe in a religion, you're not born with it. You're born into a family where the adults in your family taught you, okay, we belong to this religion. You are supposed to follow this religion because you're born into this family. Both our forefathers and my descendants needs to follow this. These are the customs. You need to do this. You shouldn't do this. That's being taught to you. First by your parents or your immediate family, and then extended family, then a society which includes everybody who follows that religion, probably a country later, and many countries together who follow that religion. But that does not mean the other person who's born into another family and who's taught this is also following it. It's awareness. You're clear, you're awake, your mind is awake, your body is awake. When you are aware of such things and you notice that the other person is actually following a different custom from yours, you don't have hatred. You don't have love, you don't have hatred. It's a neutral feeling. Yes, I am born in this religion, I follow this religion, the other person is following that religion and he is good, I am good. This is awareness. I'm touch basing topics which are usually not talked about. There is a taboo about rape, there is taboo about religion, there is taboo about politics. So I'm picking up these topics for examples. So the second quality, awareness, is not just about religion. Awareness is about what's happening in your family, how your father and mother are working hard to make a living, how your neighbor is struggling to do something, how your sibling is struggling to do something, how your friends are, how your teachers are, what's happening with them, and how can you make it better? If you can't make it better, well and good, but at least I know I am in this place in this moment, and the person next to me is in that place in a different moment. That's awareness. What you do about it is the next step. Mindfulness is not about actions. Mindfulness is about being in that moment and understanding that moment. So awareness and presence of mind are the two qualities we talked about. Let's talk about the next quality, kindness. Now, when does kindness come? There is nothing permanent in this world. Your friendships are not permanent, your relations are not permanent, your money is not permanent, your happiness is not permanent, your sadness is not permanent, you working hard is not permanent. Even if you work hard and smart, your results may not always be positive and permanent. So, how do you really live in the life in a world where there is no permanency, where there is no objectivity, where you don't get the happy results that you always look for? So, how do you live? How do you face this life? You need to be kind and you need to accept whatever is there. I would want a million money to buy a yacht. I would love to go on a world tour. I would love to have gold and I would like to get married to Ambani's son. Can all these things happen? So why am I frustrated when I know I am actually from a poor family and my means is supposed to be happening only if I work hard and earn money? That is when people at my home can eat. And there is somebody else who is actually, probably I am rich, the other person is poor. Probably I'm very happy, I have a family. I have father, mother, siblings, etc. I have a house to live in, a roof on my head. I have food to eat twice a day. I have a bike, I have a bicycle, I ride a bicycle, I have everything, I have clothes, I have food. What about a person who's an orphan? Maybe in the orphanage they look after him or her very well, but they don't have their parents. They don't have that gap that they don't have parents is always going to remain with them. Their heart has a hole because that love has never been filled. Can you fill it is an action item. But understanding that there is a gap in them and they come from a different life, they come from a different situation in life, is being awareness. And being kind to them is a quality of mindfulness. You cannot judge anybody, even if the other person is actually highly negative. I'm not talking about psychos, I'm not talking about rapists here, but understanding in a normal life about people around you and not being judgmental whether they do a little something that is against your thought process, against you, or it has hurt you in any kind of a manner. Be kind to them. You do not know what situations they came from. If it's hurting you, stay away. Be kind to yourself, stay away. So kindness is not just about showing it to others, it's also about showing it to yourself. Accept what is available in life, move on. That's kindness. Now let's talk about the fourth quality of mindfulness, that is relaxation. What is relaxation? There are a few things that are written there. It's going easy, being patient, letting go of things, not striving too much. Kindness and relaxation kind of go hand in hand. Now let's talk about a situation. You're writing your final exams in your high school and your 10th grade, and you're writing your final exams in your 10th class, and you have worked hard on a particular subject. Okay, you gave your full strength. You were not able to understand a few topics, or probably you understood few topics, but you're not able to retrieve and kind of give an output, proper output in your examination. What happened? Just relax. It's one examination. You gave your 100%. Be patient. Let's wait for the results. And when the results come, it is possible that you got higher marks. It is possible that the marks that you have received are not up to the mark where you thought you would get. Let go of it. It's just one step in your life. In a big universe, Earth is a planet which is a tiny, miny, really teeny, weeny, tiny planet. In our solar system itself, that's a tiny, miny planet. Our solar system is all, again, a very tiniest solar system in the universe. There are many solar systems in the universe, and this is something that I'm talking about scientifically. It's not talking about religiously. So think of it in a huge universe. There are many solar systems, and there is life in different solar systems. Earth is a small planet in a small, tiny solar system, in which different big countries that are already occupied on Earth, in a particular small country, in a particular small city or a town or a village, you are one person. Just relax. Try to find what is important in your life, work towards it. But relax. Life is not about struggling. Life is not about learning a religion or following it or getting money and earning a yacht or becoming a millionaire. These are all different aspects of life. Marriage is an aspect of life. Education is one aspect of life. Having a family and begetting and having children is an aspect of life. Becoming a sannyas is actually an aspect of life. End of the day, these are all different moments of life. Just be mindful of it and relax. You are doing what you have to do. Be kind. Don't be a burden to somebody. Earn for yourself, eat for yourself. But end of the day, don't hurt yourself and don't hurt anyone else. Relax, be patient. So these are the 4 qualities of mindfulness. I hope I gave better examples to teach you. Let's go ahead. So as I said earlier, mindfulness, it does not mean having yoga every day or doing meditation. It is beyond that. Yoga and meditation develops your well-being physically and mentally. So they are important aspects of mindfulness. But mindfulness is not only about yoga and meditation. I'll give you a live example. I have a neighbor who actually gives a broad smile to everybody as soon as he sees them, and he folds his hand and says, "Namaste ji, how are you?" And you know, the moment he opens his mouth, he lies. And very blatantly he lies, which anybody will come to know within a week or a month that whatever he said was a lie, a complete lie. So what he actually does meditation every day, and he conducts yoga camps in our apartments for kids, etc. They do bhajans. He talks a lot about being very religious, a follower of a particular Baba and everything else. He does yoga and meditation, but he's not mindful about it. What's the use? So I really truly believe that mindfulness is not about meditation and yoga. Mindfulness is beyond yoga and meditation. Yoga and meditation does help somebody to get a full well-being of their health, their body physically, and their mental body, their mental emotions as well. It gives you a way or a methodology to practice, to be mindful of your own body and your own health, and it becomes better. Good, but that's not the end of it. Mindfulness is about, in this particular case, for example, my neighbor, is not about lying. It's when you keep lying about it to everybody in your apartment, but talk about namaste ji, it doesn't help. So that's mindfulness. So kids, practicing yoga and meditation is good, but your life and your mindfulness should not remain only for that. It's about the different qualities we spoke and practicing about different qualities. Okay, let's go ahead. Now, there are 10 ways to practice mindfulness for kids. This is after a long research. So reading, having positive affirmation, yoga, playing music, or just breathing, like in meditation. You are practicing gratitude. You love colors or you love plants, that's nature, or you love animals, go ahead, live with that. How do you focus? How much emotional are you? If somebody makes you angry, do you get angry all the time and do you shout at them? These are the different aspects that you need to practice in your daily life and keep them under control. Why do you keep them under control? Because the emotions are not playing you. You are playing your emotions. Anger, for example, is very, very valuable. You should know when and whom you show your anger to. When you show your anger, there should be a value to it, and that should give you some kind of a result that you are expecting. If none of those things are happening, why do you want to be angry? By you being angry, the other person or the situation is only going to worsen. There's nothing going to happen about it. So how do you practice calmness in that particular point when you are angry? When you are very happy, do you like go and spend on shopping? Are you so happy that you could just go and booze and get drunk? What's the level of happiness you have? How do you spend it? Do you relax? Do you know how to relax? These are the different aspects and the points that you need to practice mindfulness. So you can go through this poster. I have actually made a few things here. You can go through it. All in all, let's conclude. Buddha actually said, when things are going well, be mindful of adversity. When you're prosperous, be mindful of poverty. When you are loved, be mindful of thoughtfulness. When you are respected, be mindful of humility. So being humility, thoughtfulness, being mindful of prosperity as well as poverty, adversity as well as conflict. Everything is mindfulness. That is what Buddha taught. So thank you all for listening to me. Let me know if you have any questions. You can post it in the comments.